Oh, hello everyone. Well, I'm afraid I don't really have a proper introduction for you this week. You see, I've asked Kate Kestrel to press the button on the randomizer, but you know, she's a very busy lady. She's on tour at the moment. She did say she would contact me as soon as she had that printout. So, talk of the devil. Go ahead, Kate. Which episode did you get? You what? Sorry, you got what? Oh, okay, right. Thank you. Well, here's Space Precinct. So, welcome back to Space Precinct on the Randomiser, and indeed welcome to an episode that is chock full of some rather high highs, but also some very low lows. And I think we kick off with one of the highs, the effects sequences. That's a gorgeous shot of the space station to open this episode. On board this space station is a chap who's well, he's doing that very clever thing that you sometimes see in TV shows and films that I'm never convinced would actually work, where they, in order to get past someone who's watching a security camera, they take a photo of what the security camera sees and put it over the camera so that it, to the person who's viewing the security monitors, it doesn't look like anything's changed. I've never believed for a moment that would work. I think you just get a sort of dark, slightly fuzzy picture on the screen, which would of course alert the watching operative to the fact that something is wrong, and something is wrong. A Tarn thief chappie is sneaking into this room, in the middle of which is a sort of table thingy, well, sort of circular table thingy with a great big glowing egg thing floating in the middle of it, but also a floor with lots of red lines, and he uses a little eye apparatus to see that some of the tiles on the floor are marked with great big red explosion signs, so probably best not to step on those. And this chap's name is Vella Sugoi. And he's doing the thing again with the security camera. And of course the chap supervising the security monitors doesn't really notice, because he seems to be looking at a travel brochure. He's now got this he's got this sort of Geordie LaForge visor type thing to see what panels are best not to step on. And we also now see that the glowing egg thingy is also protected on all sides by sort of infrared laser bars, so best not to touch those either. There's some sort of cold steam type effect coming off this thing. He's now trying to lift it out with his third eye, but he's been caught. A little hatch opened up on the wall, and he's immobilized. Little beam thing.
Very good, Vella. But not good enough.
So that was Mr. Rodan, the security chief of this station, who will also be a character we'll be seeing again later on.
I'm telling you! It was the greatest crossover rollout I've ever seen.
Oh yeah? Then you never saw Fortnite play slam ball. Now there was a bumper.
Yeah, so you keep saying. You guys are late.
Well, sorry guys, I don't think he's going anywhere.
Hey.
I like this element in the episode.
80% humidity.
It's a recurring thing with Brogan and Haldane keep running into these same two
Got me? No idea.
paramedic guys.
Homicide?
We don't know yet.
And they clearly don't get along.
Guy. Name's Vella Sugoi.
Vella Sugoi? The jewel thief? I thought he went straight.
Well, we don't know that he didn't yet, but somebody's got to tell his wife.
Rather you than me, Brogan. Someone bring her in.
Everyone's so helpful at Precinct 88. Yeah, it saves time that everyone at Precinct 88 also knows about Vella.
We don't need you.
Mr. Rodan.
Now in Captain Podley's office.
See that this Luxorian Ice of yours is worth 2 million credits?
Billion. Per cylinder. A total.
Mr. Rodan and Miss Newmar have come to
On the galaxy that wouldn't be prepared to buy it on the black market.
have a meeting.
If it were available.
And you want to bring one of these cylinders into my precinct to show it off to the Energy Commission?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Who do you think would take the fall if anything went wrong? You? Somehow I don't think so.
Captain, you're overreacting. We wouldn't be taking a risk like this if we couldn't protect our investment.
And here we have a problem with this episode.
Where the Solartek has its own army.
And this is the first example of something that is really going to work against this one.
Come in, come in.
Both of our main female guest characters are dubbed by other actresses. At least I assume this is...
Major police presence at the Energy Commission tomorrow night, whether you like it or not.
This is not Sheila Ruskin, who plays Newmar, providing her own voice.
Cooperation.
Well, I still think it's unnecessary, but I'm sure we can work something out.
As Mr. Rodan has been presented with Castle and Took to assist, and he's clearly very grateful for the opportunity to work quite closely with them. And here's our Orin and Romek subplot for the week.
Yo, Romek, this one looks good. Loves slam ball, intimate dinners, long weekends in other orbits. Wants a man with a sense of humor, steady income, and a full head of hair. Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Hey, look who's talking, Mr. Hair Restorer.
Oh, come on.
That had been established by this point, hadn't it?
I don't need this dating agency. I can get plenty of action on my own.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, that was after this. Was that in Two Against the Rock, maybe?
Okay. Suppose it won't hurt to take a look.
Oh, man.
Well, clearly those two have nothing better to do this week.
Where is he? Can I see him?
The thing is, Lindo...
He doesn't really have a head anymore.
Autopsy?
Yes.
Things were going so great for us. Finally. Oh, Brogan, I should have been there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you really should have been there. You failed him, not me.
Mrs. Sugoi, we know this is tough.
Yeah, this Tarn animatronic head playing Mrs. Sugoi, I believe, has appeared before. She seems to be a lot of sort of grieving widows and old ladies.
Of course he was. You guys know that. He's been a legitimate private security consultant since he got out.
Do you know who he's working for?
Different companies. He never told me. I never asked.
Oh. Yes, that's Kate Harper providing the voice of Mrs. Sugoi there, and I'm wondering if she provides the voice of our next.
Can I have a refill, babe?
There she is, obviously dubbed female character.
Whatever you want, Sylvain. You got it.
Yes, we're now in steamier surroundings. Penthouse apartment. Lady wearing, well, I would have to assume nothing beneath that bed sheet. Doing a full examination on the mouth of Mr. Tom Chadbon, who I believe is playing a character called Max Zeller.
Oh, Sylvain.
But Doctor Who fans will know him as Duggan, so I'm just going to call him Duggan for this. I'm afraid it's just one of those associations. I associate that name with this actor no matter what I see him in. He's always Duggan. But yeah, that was a very, for this show, rather steamy scene and fairly inappropriate for a family audience, maybe? Don't know. One of the problems with this show is how wildly it swings from one emotional extreme and even audience extreme to another.
I really thought I could help him.
Well, you did help Vella. I mean, you got him into rehab.
Yeah. Look what happened.
Yeah, well, you know, there's always career plan B. I think I'd like to be a shuttle driver's wife.
Do we have supportive Sally this week? I think we might have supportive Sally this week. As opposed to psychotic shrew Sally, which is what we have most of the time. And again, just for the record, I do not blame
Logical trauma?
my dislike of Sally on Nancy Paul at all.
All I found were 2 marks in this little depression right near the temple.
Well, I guess we can rule out natural causes. Thanks, partner.
Dad, turn on the news.
The news? You?
Come on.
So we're now outside. Oh, there's
Environmental protesters are out in force today as Max Zeller, chief executive of the Fusion Power Company, arrives for the final round of meetings with the City Energy Commission. Fusion Power is vying to retain Demeter's lucrative energy franchise.
Well, that explained it all for me. I didn't have to
Why are you watching this?
fill in what was going on there.
Hit the sound.
Mr. Zeller, do you expect to retain the energy franchise?
I wouldn't be here if I didn't.
These people
And Tom Chadbon has got a nice line in
waiting to happen.
very smarmy looks to the camera through this scene.
10 years that my company has held this city's energy franchise, Hyperfusion has provided the citizens of Demeter with a level of service unparalleled anywhere in the galaxy.
Solartek are claiming that their new Luxorian Ice solar power system will be cheaper, cleaner, and safer.
Talk's cheap, but we don't know if Luxorian Ice is, do we? Hyperfusion works. Pure and simple.
This is Jane Lovett reporting.
Man, that guy's so far out of orbit. Solartek's just so much further.
Further?
Yeah, well, as much as I hate Matt, that's not actually a difficult piece of kid slang to understand. I mean, you know, I still, if you want to put him in an airlock, I'm with you, but
I'm perfect.
it's not that difficult to understand. Anyway, Mr. Rodan
Not me.
has apparently had a jolly old night on the town. He's been kicked out of a bar and collapsed just outside the door, actually. Later...
Do you need any help?
This man's unconscious. Get an ambulance.
Ah. The naughty old lady we saw in bed with Duggan earlier is with Mr. Rodan. And I don't know why I called her old lady, because she's not.
We put a stop meeting like this, Lieutenant.
Yay!
Tell you what, you get people to stop dying, I'll stay home.
That's what most people buy it, Lieutenant.
Can we have a show about these two guys?
So he bought you a drink?
Yeah. We talked for a while, then I went to freshen up. He was gone when I came back, so I just left. And then I found him lying there. Never even got his name.
Do you, mind if I scan your ID? Strictly routine. We do it for everybody.
Not at all.
Haldane.
Yes, this is Sylvain, who
Wait, if I need anything else, I'll let you know.
is a rather problematic character for this episode, despite being the main villain. Oh, spoiler alert, I'm sorry if you didn't already twig that.
I've got everything I need. Name, address.
Haldane, your brain's supposed to be located above your waist, remember?
You're assuming I have a brain.
Oh,
Come here, take a look at this.
point to Haldane against Haldane.
But another one? Who is this?
Name's Rodan. He's head of security at Solartek. You better get in there and see if they got a security camera.
So they evidently didn't know that Rodan had already had a meeting with Podley.
This is her, huh?
Yep. She's meeting me here tomorrow, right after our shift.
My man! Whoa, you are hot!
Well, this Rodan guy's a real find.
Now Slow-Mo and Haldane are reviewing surveillance footage.
Anything?
No, I came in, had a few drinks, talked to the girl, left. What about you?
Solartek's going ahead with the presentation.
That's crazy.
Officer Haldane, I've continued to check out the little lady's assets. She was present in the bar on the previous night also.
Wait a minute. Who's there with her? Isolate the guy on the left. All right, now clarify and define. Vella.
Well. Sure knows how to pick 'em.
I'm about to...
So I never quite understood with this story why Rodan decided, you know, knowing he had this big, important demonstration of the Luxorian Ice to give to the Energy Commission, why he decided to go out and get absolutely sloshed just a night or two before. But hey-ho, that's already happened. He's dead.
Oh, this is unexpected.
I don't have him to worry about. I just have
But, Jack.
Sylvain to
Jack it is, then.
I was just...
to cause problems.
My partner thinks that you had something to do with Tarn's death last night.
Well, I found the body.
Yeah, right. That's what I told Brogan, but... Well, we saw you on security recordings at the bar.
You better come in, then.
And this actress playing Sylvain, her name's Alison Fielding. I'm not aware that I've seen any of her work. Her IMDb
You saw me with the other guys, right?
CV only credits her as 6 roles. through the early to mid-90s.
Why do you suppose that is, hmm?
So I don't know what her natural voice sounds like, but...
You're a pro. No way.
I'm very flattered, officer, but it's...
This voice is clearly not hers, and I think we've said this many times before. The dubbing just sinks so many characters on this show, particularly female.
Brogan, are you buying this?
Not with your money. A hooker without a rap sheet? I don't think so. How about you, Took?
I'm not getting anything from her. We're too far away.
Yet Brogan, Took and Castle are parked in cruisers at the bottom of the tower block where Sylvain lives.
I'm gonna be sick.
While Haldane's up,
2. Should we go for the heart of gold bid and make it a hat trick?
engaging in cliches with Sylvain.
You win.
And whoever's voice that is.
You don't give up, do you, Officer Haldane? All right, I'll make you some coffee. But it's the only thing that's free around here.
Deal.
Yeah, for a family show, this is a very strange character
Where exactly on Earth are you from?
to include.
USA. By way of New York City.
How'd you end up doing what you do?
You know, I was going to ask you the same thing.
Let's have a discussion about it.
Sad rap about the good girl gone bad in the big city. But the truth is, I left home when I was young, and I've been playing Miss Feelgood ever since.
Do we really have to listen to this?
Because Sylvain has spotted the police cruisers from her window, so she's spiked Haldane's drink here.
You see...
There's clearly nothing in the cup that Rob Youngblood is holding.
Which means there's no money in it. Do you want some sugar with that?
Yeah, please.
Anyway, when another girl suggests...
But for nothing in the cup, it's having a bit of an unpleasant effect on him.
Not many working girls can afford a crib this nice, you know. I found the sugar.
Oh, he's having some sort of attack. And Sylvain, realising she's being monitored,
Is that okay?
just keeps chatting away. But now she has a little headset thingy.
Don't want to make it too sweet for you. All right? You see, what they don't realize is this place is good for business.
And she's going to steal his brain.
Brogan, is this conversation sounding a little one-sided to you?
Yeah. It's not like Haldane to be at a loss for words around a woman.
But now we're coming up on a very cool bit.
Come on, Haldane, say something.
I mean, I do like the idea of this scene that
I got a funny feeling about this one, guys.
they're completely in the dark as to what's happened to him.
What are you doing? We're going in.
Castle just goes straight up to the roof, vertically in the cruiser.
It's been a slice, Jack.
And Sylvain's got whatever she needed from Haldane's brain. He's now got one of those marks on his temple.
A good idea. Closer.
Took and Castle are positioning their cruiser over Sylvain's flat, so Castle can jump through. Landing on a floor that's already covered with glass, presumably from previous takes.
Haldane!
Brogan is... Oh, he's been outsmarted by Sylvain. She was apparently hiding in a cupboard. And she has made her escape. Although she's probably not going to get far in that outfit. She could stand to put on a jacket or something, because it's probably going to be a bit cold out there, wearing not much, as she is. And back at the station house.
We found this when we searched the apartment.
This is a centric mind probe. Massive neurological trauma. Damn it, I can't believe my own stupidity.
Captain?
The Centrans used these on Creon prisoners during the Thalassic Wars to gain vital strategic information.
Oh, backstory.
More than that, I'm afraid.
That's nice.
It can completely remove the contents of a mind, causing almost instant death.
But Haldane's alive.
I guess he was lucky. You must have interrupted her.
So, Haldane's mind is inside that thing?
No, that would be too easy. She's got another probe. You see these indicators? A centric mind probe can hold up to 5 minds. You just count the indicators. This one's empty.
I'm lost here. She can tap into his mind whenever she wants?
Yep. By pressing these contacts against the side of your head, you can access any of the minds that are stored inside the probe.
So Sylvain can now plug into Haldane's mind. And the mind of Solartek's head of security.
Yeah, she's got Vella Sugoi's mind, too. One of the most notorious jewel thieves in Demeter City. Or was.
That's a nice idea for a...
It all adds up to one thing.
For a device and a story.
Nice. And it's on display tonight in the Energy Commission.
It's kind of almost a shame that it's in this story, and it's kind of lost in amongst the muddle of everything else. And outside Demeter City Hall, we're still protesting. Lots of these poor old extras with very unfortunate hair and facial tattoos, but also Sally and Matt are here.
Being a mom. Dad? What are you doing here? Where's Haldane?
He couldn't make it. Look, I'm on duty. I gotta go. Try and stay out of...
I don't really like you guys. Just leave me alone. Yeah, lots of protesters outside the hall as the demonstration begins.
Clear. Fusion Power has done the job we were hired to do. Renew our franchise for the next 10 years, and our proven and reliable hyperfusion process will continue to keep Demeter City working. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Zeller. And now Miss Newmar of Solartek Enterprises.
Yes, and as I said before, Newmar is played by...
For the last 10 years...
Sheila Ruskin, who...
Demeter City have had to live in fear.
Has had a long and
a micro...
successful and varied career.
...reactor could contaminate the whole city.
But I have never seen a performance of hers where she's been using this voice.
Is a chance to be free of that fear.
And unlike Alison Fielding, I'm not 100% convinced that this is not her voice. It might have been. It's obviously dubbed.
Primary energy source, but Solartek has the solution.
But it might be her providing the dubbing.
Please turn your attention to the screen.
But she clearly wasn't using this accent in the recording.
At Solartek's new orbital state-of-the-art, unmanned and fully automated solar power station.
It's pretty. And meanwhile, there's a suspicious chap outside with a black suit on.
The galaxy's first ever solar to plasma converter. This has been made possible by Solartek's discovery of Luxorian Ice.
I mean, the voice doesn't even match the movements of the mouth at all on some lines, and that was also evident on Sylvain in the apartment just there.
Due to its perfect heliocentricity, Luxorian Ice absorbs sunlight as easily as a living organism draws air.
But yeah, Sheila Ruskin was also in a Doctor Who. She was in Keeper of Traken.
Plasma energy, which in turn is...
And also in things like Blake Seven and The Professionals and lots of other things you'll have seen if you're in the UK or you like quality television.
Throughout this process, its temperature remains absolute constant.
And the dubbing is particularly noticeable through this scene because she's just got so much to say during this demonstration. She's now putting a glass of water on top of the Luxorian Ice.
Freeze! Hold it right there.
Excuse me, Lieutenant. He's part of my demonstration.
And I didn't have him here earlier because I shut up. Yeah, why not just have him there to start with? Rather than have all these shots of him pointlessly sneaking around looking sinister. But he has proven that...
Not even the superheated hydrocarbons from this torch can raise the temperature of this very special ice.
Yeah, what she said. The glass of water is now frozen.
Ice, ladies and gentlemen. Efficient, inexpensive...
Cold.
And safe.
Brilliant. What do you think?
It's really cold.
A very impressive pitch, Miss Newmar, but how do we know it really works?
As Mr. Zeller would say, talk is cheap. So, if you'd care to look at the screen, I'll show you.
More lovely models.
You should be able to make out the pyramid outline of Solartek's new headquarters. It's about...
Where? Oh, what you mean the massive skyscraper that's impossible to miss, yeah.
Watch closely.
Yeah, Sheila Ruskin was actually doing I don't know if you can see it acting, and on the screen was this great big massive model that completely blots out the sun. But this is some lovely stuff. The space station beaming the energy from the Luxorian Ice down to the collector. And it lights up the whole complex. This is a lovely model. And again, this is one of the real strengths of this episode is in the effects. Newmar's looking very pleased with herself, as well she might.
Thank you, Miss Newmar. Certainly an impressive demonstration.
And except for this chairman guy, most of the committee are fairly unfortunate-looking characters. There's a couple of human guys with, the strange facial tattoos, and there's some Creon and Tarn heads that clearly aren't articulated at all. And now the beam from the space station has gone off the path of the collector. It's now tearing through the city. It nearly took out the Interchem building.
Better shut that thing down.
From Flash.
Automated.
Well then, close it down yourself.
What the hell do you think I'm trying to do?
Mamma mia! I mean, yeah, gone straight through the skyscraper. Oh, and some very nice shots here as well of live action people panicking in the streets in front of model shots. The committee, the awful extras, they're all running for their lives.
Fine. Romek, you get the ice and make sure nobody comes near it.
What about Solartek security?
Especially them.
What about my dating subplot?
See if you can get the demonstrators to disperse and tell Took to set up by the elevator. Nobody comes in or out.
Yeah, that's strange. We don't see Sally and Matt while all this is going on. I wouldn't have minded seeing them running for their lives. Oh, this is so nasty. Yep, some running people got crushed there by falling debris. It's all looking very bad for Demeter City.
You were a tough act to follow, Numar.
Oh dear, there she is.
I hope my little demonstration got your attention too.
We've got it. Now what do you want?
Simple. One cylinder of Luxorian Ice is already here. Now I want the other one, and I want it brought to me by hostage. That's how it's done, right?
And if we refuse?
I'd hate to be in Demeter when the plasma beam slices through Fusion Power's reactor.
What? You're insane. Can't let some maniac hold our city captive like this.
Insane? Maniac? Okay, here's a crazy idea, Mr. Zeller. Since you're so righteous, you can be the hostage. How does that sound?
Not good, Sylvain.
Ah, Lieutenant Brogan. Well, you certainly get around.
Sylvain is now in another ridiculous outfit, needless to say.
What I can't do. Let's consider my frame of mind. Or should I say, minds?
I know your mind, Sylvain.
Of course you do. And as your partner would say, let's cut to the chase, Brogan.
Then cut to it.
You're so predictable, Brogan. I feel I've known you for years. Now you're gonna say you need time to think about my offer. So I'll tell you what. You've got 5 minutes. Bye.
It's just enough time for her to change into another new outfit.
I should go. My company created Luxorian Ice and the power station she's taken over.
I can't let you do that.
But if she...
Two such obviously dubbed characters in the same place, it's just gonna cause a disaster.
You suggest that we do?
The Solartek logo on Numar's ID badge, by the way, looks a lot like the GoldenEye logo.
I'm sorry, Mr. Zeller. It's not gonna work.
I'm not exactly jumping up and down at the thought myself, but we're out of options here.
And that's a good example of why, I feel so sorry for Sheila Ruskin and Alison Fielding in this episode, because Tom Chadbourne is giving a really good performance, and because it's his own voice, you completely buy into it, whereas Sylvain and Numar are just completely undermined by
Me and the ice.
the redubbing.
Baby.
Anyway.
You were incredible.
Duggan and the Luxorian Ice are here on the station with Sylvain, and of course, because we knew he was rolling around in bed with her earlier,
We have one remaining security problem.
they were in on this together.
You. Now that Solartek is finished, Fusion Power will retain the energy franchise. So I have no further need of your services. Think about it. When the dust settles, I'll be a hero. Great, huh? Sorry, babe.
Oh dear.
You're so predictable, Max. Vain men always are.
It's her catchphrase this episode.
This one works.
You're so predictable, so-and-so.
We'll talk while you get the ice.
Ooh. And then you do what?
I'll cover you.
So she's got one canister of ice from the demonstration. Now she's sending Duggan in to get the one from the room with the death traps. And of course, because she's got Sugoi's mind at her fingertips, she can see where the death traps are. But he cannot.
Sylvain,
get the ice.
Why does she... I don't know what she wants the ice for now. What, is she just going to leave the solar system and spoil everybody's day? She's already spoiling Duggan's day. Oh, was that the right tile? It's as exciting as Death to the Daleks, this, watching these floor tiles. All the 5 doctors even. And that's it. He's gone. So all we can say is...
You're a great lover, Max.
That or...
Bye-bye, Duggan! It's hard to find a man you can trust, isn't it, Lieutenant? Come on, Brogan. I've got your partner here, remember?
Oh, so Brogan snuck onto the station as well.
He's up here on his own. You hid in the limo, right?
And again, going back to how the dubbing just undermines these performances. Alison Fielding's manic eye acting
Just like when the Tepper brothers blew that bank job back in Queens.
is really something to see. She's a really good fit for the character physically.
When he was assigned to go in as a hostage.
But just the voice is killing it.
Heal his 15 minutes by hiding beneath the rear seat.
I mean, that and the fact that she's dressed like, I don't know...
Everything you're gonna do.
Funny how the mind plays tricks on you, isn't it, Sylvain?
Oh, and who's this?
You don't know everything, huh? Like the fact that your little toy malfunctioned. That was a nasty thing you did, little lady.
Oh, this is clever. Making her think that she didn't get all of Haldane. But really, he's being worked...
Oh, Brogan, like I know Brogan.
...by Took, Fredo, and another Tarn surgeon are working his mouth, and Slow-Mo's providing the voice. Giving Brogan enough time to... turn on the lights and overpower her. Oh, no, because she kicked him in the nuts. Is this the first time we've ever seen one Jerry Anderson character kick another in the nuts? Oh, and Brogan's just elbowed her in the face. And taken the headset thingy, but the station is powering up the beam again, and it's slicing across the bay.
Okay, Captain. I've got her and I've got the mind probe.
No, not the mind probe. All right, but you've got a bigger problem now. The beam's been activated. You've got to try and shut it down.
I don't know where to start.
Come on, Brogan, think. You've got Solartek security chief right there with you.
I wonder what they actually do with the minds of Rodan and Sugoi after all this is over.
Okay, I got Rodan.
You just leave them in the machine, or can they do something with them? Again, it's one of those things in the story that's never really explored.
The beam's still on. What's happening?
I don't know. Sylvain's shot must have disabled the control system.
You've got to do something, Brogan.
The ice.
Yes, if you remove the ice, then the station loses all power. And luckily, Brogan can now...
Is there anything you'd like to tell me about Mr. Trask, maybe?
Haldane flashing back to a conversation that he wasn't part of. That was a clip from Enforcer, where Castle is interviewing the little girl. Very random moment to pick. Yes, Brogan has now got access to Sugoi's memory of the floor tiles, and also Rodan's memory of Sugoi being caught by the little immobilizing beam, so he has to work his way across the floor, avoiding the tiles, and also be ready to shoot the beam projector. Oh, and now it's cutting through some warehouses. Lovely explosions. I would actually much rather watch what's going on in Demeter City rather than what's going on the space station, to be honest.
Come on, Vella, old friend. Don't let me down.
My long and trusted, much established friend that I've never mentioned before this episode. Brogan's nearly there. He only decided to pick up one glove to handle the ice. He needs his other 3 to work the mind probe and have his gun ready.
Very good, Vella. But not good enough.
Well, it's always fun when a character has to watch things that we've already seen. And he watches it happen several times so that he fully understands what he has to do. I also don't... Why is just having the military blow up the station not an option, really? Who knows. Brogan luckily shot out the beam thingy. And now he's going to take the ice. Which looks a lot, actually, like the seed from Death Watch. I wonder if it was the same prop they reused later on. But he's done it.
Yours. Let's say we call it a day, Haldane.
And that was another clip from an old episode as well. That was Haldane and Castle talking about scars. I can't remember what episode that's from. Naughty Me. So in the medical room, sick bay, whatever.
I'm amazed you survived it. And I'm glad you're back.
Yeah, now you've learned what a bad woman can really do to you.
Did you get her?
Sylvain? Yeah. Out like a light.
Elbowed her in their face after she kicked me in the balls.
Stop by Linda Sugoi's and let her know that Vella was just an innocent victim.
And maybe I'll give her his mind or something. I don't know what else I'll do with it, really.
Hey, Dad, I hear Solartek's gonna get the energy franchise.
Well, yeah, as soon as they work out some bugs in their security system.
Power to the people, Dad. It just shows if enough people get together and protest, they can really make a difference.
Well,
you had literally no impact on this story at all, but you know, you keep thinking that if you wanna pretend you're a vital part of this series.
I'm gonna call Nazi right now.
And we have one last subplot to wrap up.
The 411 shuttle from Demeter City is arriving in docking bay number 3.
Yep, Romek went ahead and contacted a lady.
Just remember, what you see ain't always what you get.
What are you talking about, Oren?
Hey, you know how easy it is to touch up a picture.
You just say enhance. Uh-oh.
No way. I'm out of here.
Yep, he saw
Excuse me, but who do I see about posting bail for my husband?
that lady and thought it was his girl, whereas in fact, there's this creature.
Excuse me. The sergeant told me this is where I would find Officer Romek.
Eyes almost popping out of her skull.
At your service.
There we go. So, well, a happy ending for Orin, presumably, and that was Space Precinct The Power, which is, it's an episode that I know could be better than it is, and so much of why it doesn't work is that annoying dubbing. I don't know to what extent removing all that dubbing would save it. Certainly a lot of it, the scenes in the Energy Commission and so on, look very cheap. There's just this tiny room with a few dismal-looking extras in. The effects, as always, are really superb. I think in this episode they've really nailed the whole keep shooting it at nighttime. That's the best way to make the city look real and interesting. So, never one of my favourites of Space Precinct, unfortunately. I wonder what old Richard James has to make of this one. I didn't mean to call him old. Why do I keep calling people old? What's that about?